flying in trade, Oberoi Realty, initiating coverage note by Axis. Anushi joining us to tell us what the key tail and headwinds are and what the bull and bear case could be because of 6.5% move in trade today. Anushi.
Hey, so Oberoi Realty is in focus after Axis Capital has initiated a buy call on this one, and we are looking at an upside of more than 20%. So let's just dissect what could be watching out for the company, which is on both the good and the bad side. Firstly, in the bull case scenario, strong position in MMR residential market. It is one of the dominant players in this MMR region. If we speak in the second half, the company has already, in the first half, we have seen the company achieving almost 50% of its guidance, and what is left is 58% to be remaining in of the 6,000 crore in the second half of H2 FY25. So strong focus over there. Now this would be favored by the key projects that is leading to this kind of stock performance. Also, a lot of investors are betting on the Pokhran Road project that is there, which is along with some other projects that it plans to launch in the southern part of the city. So company plans to launch projects along with the MMR region and NCR region also, which would be in Q1 of FY26. So strong watch out in MMR region along with some other diversification in terms of area that the company is making. However, what also could be the bear case for this is what could be the bear case in this scenario is along with the strong pipeline that the company has, if there are any potential delays in ongoing of projects that could affect the company's business or operational metrics that we are seeing. So that could be it. Coming to our second point of the conversation, we've spoken about the launch pipeline, we've spoken about what could be expected in the different regions, but along with a strong launch pipeline, it also has a very strong annuity portfolio. Just to give a context on this one, it has a substantial leading portfolio with occupancy levels in these Commerce 1, Commerce 2 exceeding 90%. Overall occupancy, if you are to see, even Axis pointed it out in today's meeting, is expected to surpass the 90% mark as well. And even the so that remains as the watch out point for the company along with its launch pipeline that we'll be seeing in the next 2-3 quarters. But on the other side, project delays impacting cash flows and revenue. So one of the key points in the revenue in the real estate companies is its revenue recognition pattern. So if there is any kind of delays in these in some of these projects, that could affect the revenue recognition patterns of the companies, and the numbers for these real estate companies may look skewed in that manner. And even the cash flows to be another is the cash flow indicator that could also be affected, which could be utilized for other land development parcels as well. So that was the second point on it. But let's also look at this third point. The company has a favorable net debt to equity of 0.02x. And so with the low leverage and along with the fundraising it has done of about 6,000 crore, it is in a favorable position. It is sitting in a favorable cash position to raise further funds also if it wants, and to utilize these funds for growth opportunities forward for the business. So strong emphasis on that. And next year onwards, what could be a potential trigger for the majority of real estate companies that we could be watching out is also the potential rate cuts that could be beneficial for the company. However, a lot of investors, a lot of brokerages have given this indicator that current valuations of the company is something that we should be watching out for not just Oberoi Realty in focus, but even the other real estate plays, as current PE valuations or even other metrics, if we are looking at it, may leave a little room for upside, but that again depends on the kind of launch pipeline and the pre-sales growth that the companies would project forward. So if you look at the current PE, that is around 43 times versus a 3-year average of 32x. Obviously, we do have to keep in mind that the real estate cycles work in a different manner. So comparing it to a 3-year average may not be the right term, but it's something that we should be watching out for, as there has been a significant gain for majority of these real estate players in this 1-year period. The stock has seen about a 60% return in this 1-year period itself. So this is the overall view that we are seeing for Oberoi Realty as of now.